So we have excellent racing to look forward to this weekend, especially from Turfentine Racecourse. We've got the SA Classic, the Phillies Classic, two Grade 1 races, as well as the Y Stakes Grade 2 with an interesting runner, Buffalo Bill Cody, back in action. I'm going to run through the card from race 2 to race 9, so that'll cover the bipots, the PAs, the pick 6, and the jackpot legs, and hopefully find you guys some winners. The pools are going to be big. It's going to be fantastic racing, and I hope the weather plays its part. Starting in race 2, my first choice is the De Kock trained Bassam. Very good comeback runs after the gelding. Last time he just found one too good. He stayed on towards the end. He actually came back at opening gambit, and he just failed by a neck to half a length. He's got the one draw, and the field isn't the strongest. The only danger I found was Ideal Wolf from a wide draw. A great first start behind Solarize, running on strongly, but he didn't really live up to that run in his next two starts. But the mile could suit. But I'm going quite strong Bassam. His first run over a mile, and I think he'll enjoy it. On to race 3. Okay, so I see it as a 3-horse race, the Ruffian Stakes. Miracle Flight, Due Diligence, and Verena. Miracle Flight has to give away 4 kilos to Due Diligence and Verena. So on that alone, I'm going Verena to win. She's a very speedy filly. She won very well last time out, and there has been winners out of the race, and she receives 4 kilos from Miracle Flight, and that's what I believe will make the difference. So Verena to beat Due Diligence to beat Miracle Flight. Yeah, so bipots, you can even go 2 and 4. You can go 1, 2, and 4, and you double up. 2 from 3 runners is better than 1 from 2 runners, in other words. Okay, so on to race 4, the first leg of the pick 6. Very strong first selection, War Room. He is short in the betting, but he is a banker for me in the pick 6. Last time, even the comment here, Exercise Gallop, he played with the field. He won very well. Cornelli actually came out to win next time out, but Cornelli is going to be better over further, so that's no danger. And the only possible danger is Slalom Queen, but she did beat Valerian King, first time out. And Valerian King actually ran today, and he didn't do too well. So on that form alone, War Room is going to be very, very hard to beat, and I'm bankering him in the pick 6 first leg. On to race 5. One of my favorite fillies in training, actually, Lady of Steel. Her Damn Fair Maiden was a great filly trained by Mike De Kock back in the day, and this filly is living up to her dam's potential. She's still got a long way to be another fair maiden, but the way she won last time was so impressive over the mile. My only concern, I'm not sure if she'll get more than a mile, and the Standside Track mile is a testing mile from a bad draw. So I'm going to be covering her in the pick 6. I won't be bankering Lady of Steel, but she is my narrow first choice. Runners to consider there is a horse like Green Top, who comes into the race with 52.5 kilos. A very good filly on her day. She has been placed in Group 1 company in the past, and the mile is no problem for her. Another filly to consider is Ferrari at the bottom of the weights. Ran against Lady of Steel to a length and a half, followed up with a ninth 4 lengths of Summer Pudding in the Guineas, the fillies Guineas, and she must have a chance. Rockin' Russian must have a chance at the weights. Another one to consider is the Alexander trained Saragon, who found top form last time out and must go in all bets. And if you want to play wider than that, those are my markings for the race. Include anything else you would like to, like Aurelia Cotter, got a lot of class. Storm Destiny coming off a year layoff. You don't know how she's going to go after the year rest. Maybe one to include. De Kock does know how to bring them back from long layoffs. He's done it before. Yeah, so those are the ones, but I'll play it quite wide in the pick 6 there. On to race 6, a very exciting contest, the Hawaii Stakes. My first choice is Buffalo Bill Cody. Reason being, he's come off a 6-month layoff previously, and he won by 4 lengths. He came off another 6-month layoff, beat Cirillo 3 1/4 lengths, hands and heels, and now he's coming off another 6-month layoff, and he runs very well fresh. So I think Buffalo, the only problem with him is he's an end tire. I don't like 5-year-olds that haven't been gelded. He may need gelding, but at this stage of his career, he's lightly raced. He's won 6 from 9. He runs well fresh. The 1400s, no problem from a good draw. And I think we're going to see the classy Buffalo Bill Cody back in action. I will be backing him up in the pick 6 with Barrahin, big runner, also runs well, fresh, and he must be considered. And a horse like Cirillo, not striding out last time out, at his best would run a big race. And Tierra del Fuego, who's actually jumped from an 82 merit rating last year to 119 merit rating. So it shows how much he's really improved, but he's really improved with leaps and bounds, and he just keeps on winning. So Tierra del Fuego can't be ignored, but my first choice, and I will be taking multiples with Buffalo Bill Cody. Race 7, the best bet on the card, the SA Fillies Classic. I think it will be won by Summer Pudding. She won the Fillies Guineas over a mile is actually too short for her, and she gets going late and she fights them off courageously to win. The 1800 is much more up her alley, and I think she'll win by a couple of lengths going away. Horses like Rio's Winter, her dam never stayed more than 1400. I know Rio's Winter got a mile last time, but Summer Pudding came next to her, alongside her, and actually was going to extend towards the finish. I think Rio's Winter will be found wanting, as well as Milk Queen. I think the mile is a limit. And a couple more. Guy and Glory doesn't go more than 1400. And I think Summer Pudding's got this race sewn up. 8 to 10 in the market, but another banker for the Peter and Kennedy combination. On to race 8 on the card. My first choice will be Shango. This horse, he got up over a mile in his last 2 starts. 1800 plus, he's a Derby horse. He'll stay all day. And I think Shango will be running on really strongly towards the end of the race. And will be running horses like Ikigai down to the line. Ikigai, I wasn't sure if he'll stay more than a mile. He did win the mile well. He quickens well. And it'll be interesting to see the pace of the race. If he's got it easy and he quickens well, I still think he'll be found wanting the last 100 or 2. But he may be a couple of lengths clear at that stage, and it just depends if he stays on or not. So you have to include Ikigai. A dark horse has got the green light. He did have a long layoff, then he ran in Turfentine behind Ikigai, needing the run. He gave Ikigai 7 kilos. And then he's run in Cape Town. I think he was still in need of one more run. And he ran 3 lengths off Count Jack. That was a strong race. I think got the green light must go into all bets at a decent price. And then another horse I'm not going to ignore is You Can't Hurry Love. He got post-race distress last time. That was his excuse. He's a great horse. He's still progressive. My only concern is Fabian Habib's stable have been quiet the last few weeks. So I'm hoping that doesn't affect this horse. But I will be including You Can't Hurry Love into pick 6s. And that's as far as the race goes for me. On to the 9th race, the Drumstar Handicap. I fancy Green Haze to win. His last run to Silver God, he did give Silver God 5.5 kilos. And he gives Silver God 3 kilos this time. And he came from a hopeless position over the mile. He was tailed off around the bend coming into the straight. And he really quickened smartly. The 1800 is more to his liking. And I think he's going to show his class. And he deserves a decent feature race win under the belt. Does Green Haze. For the places, horses like Hero's Honor. He is a Group 1 winner. He's classy. Divine Odyssey has to go in. And Silver God can't be ignored. I did say on my preview last time, I said we haven't seen the best of Silver God. And he came home with a very good win. So I won't leave him out. And then a horse like Daryn, I'm not sure if he sees out the 1800. but if you are playing wider, you have to put him in. It is only a 7-horse field. And that's it for Turffontein Classic Day.